Okay, as you can see by the title of today's stream, it's crazy the leaks that came out today about Trump. So I have documents here, right? We're gonna look at these, okay? They're right here in yellow, highlighted. The FBI, I think, released this, like the DOJ, and in these documents, you see accusations of Trump doing things to a 13-year-old and I think I even saw 14-year-old people in this. And then guess what? Guess what happened after this surfaced? The FBI or the DOJ, whatever, like the government that Trump controls, they deleted this off the website after people found this out, but it's obviously too late. I've repeated this before and I'm going to repeat this again. If you're innocent, why would you hide something, you know? Like, is that really the behavior of a person that believes that they're innocent? That is not the behavior of innocent people. So let's go through these leaks, all right? Let's see. Dude! Oh! Blank reported an unidentified female friend who was forced to perform oral sex on President Trump approximately 35 years ago in New Jersey. The friend told Alexis that she was approximately 13 to 14 years old when this occurred. This is the first document, and it's only the first block. This is already enough. Impeach this motherfucker. Impeach him, and then not just that, arrest him. Like, you have to get this guy out of office now. I think, genuinely, if Democrats win the midterms, it's going to happen. So once again, guys, go get out there and vote. Anyway, let's keep reading. 13 to 14 years old when this occurred, and the friend allegedly bit President Trump while performing oral sex. The friend was allegedly hit in the face after she laughed about biting President Trump. The friend said she was also abused by Epstein. Okay, let's keep reading. At age 16, while modeling, Collar attended 8 parties at Epstein's New York residence. On one occasion, Collar reported she was sexually assaulted by Epstein. On another occasion, 2 twin brothers, Alan and Orrin, lured Collar and her friend upstairs, but they escaped back downstairs. Dude, I didn't say this for the first thing that we read, but really quick, guys, prayers for the victims, man. Dude, they deserve justice. It is our duty as citizens to vote these people out of power and then persecute them, guys, like for real. Collar stated Orrin, her best friend, and a third brother, the 14-year-old girl named Katie Allen Yu. Collar named other individuals involved in big parties with her, with other young girls, and older Victoria's Secret models, including Bill Clinton and Donald Trump, bro. And you know what's crazy? Bill Clinton tweeted the other day saying, hey, I don't care if I go down, everything gets released. Did you guys see that? It's not about right or left, it's about right and wrong. We're not going to read that whole thing, but he even made a plea to release everything. Like, even he doesn't care. You guys can agree, right? So that people on the right don't look at us and be like, oh wow, you lefty fucks just want to persecute Trump because you don't like him. Like, no, we don't give a fuck. Left or right, lock pedophiles up. This isn't about parties. If Trump gets arrested, hell yeah. If Bill Clinton gets ousted and arrested, fuck yeah, let's do it. Okay, let's keep reading. Online complainant reported she was a victim and witness to a sex trafficking ring at the Trump golf course in Rancho Palos Verdes, California, between 1995 and 1996. Complainant reported Ghislaine Maxwell as the madam and broker for sex parties, clients of whom included Epstein, Robin Leach, and Donald Trump. Complainant reported participating in orgies and that some girls went missing, rumored to have been murdered and buried at the facility. Oh wow, so some of these victims got murdered straight up so that they wouldn't talk. Complainant reported being threatened by Trump's then head of security that if she ever talked about what happened there or who she saw, he would end up as fertilizer for the back 9 holes like the other This was the response. Complainant was spoken to and deemed not credible. Additional research showed 3 separate incidents involving police which requested in mandatory psychiatric evaluations. I don't know if I believe that. So in other words, they're trying to call the person crazy, but I mean, given everything we know about Trump, is this really outside the realm of possibility? I think that's like a common tactic, like to call the person crazy. All right, page 2. Complainant reported his ex-girlfriend's daughters were victims of Epstein's and one was murdered while working as a limousine driver. Complainant recalled picking up Donald Trump in 1995 to take him to Dallas-Fort Worth Airport. During that ride, complainant recalled some of the things Trump spoke about on his cell phone, which were very concerning, and described being a few seconds from pulling the limousine over on the median and within a few seconds of pulling him out of the car and hurting him due to some of the things he was saying. So let me paint that picture for y'all. What this person's saying right here is that he was the driver for Donald Trump at this point, taking him to Dallas-Fort Worth Airport. He was overhearing hearing what Trump was saying on the phone, and it was so disgusting, he wanted to pull over the car and get into a fight with Trump. That's fucking insane. Complainant noted Trump repeatedly stated the name Jeffrey while on the phone. One of complainant's ex-girlfriend's daughters told the complainant that Trump her, as did Epstein. And by the way, guys, every block you see here is a different case, I believe, right? Each one is like a different report. Oh shit, here we go. Oh my god, dude, I see the 13-year-old thing here. Oh, dude, before even reading this, I see 13 years old and pregnant in the same sentence. That's no, bro. All right, let's read. Complainant following up after a call with NYPD officer regarding her previous tip, reporting that she was forced to perform sex acts when she was 13 years old and pregnant in 1984. Complainant also reported there were high-profile individuals involved in her sex trafficking and the murder and disposal of her newborn daughter when she was 13. Wait, so are you telling me she gave birth at 13 and then they killed that same baby? Complainant reported Donald Trump participated regularly in paying money to force her to perform sex acts with him, and alleged Trump was present when her uncle murdered her newborn child. So Trump paid money to do things to this 13, maybe even 12-year-old girl. Because remember, babies aren't formed overnight. Babies take 9 months. So who knows? She could have been 12. Got her pregnant. And then Trump was there present on that boat in the middle of a river or ocean or whatever. With who? Oh, no, the girl's own uncle was with Trump. And the uncle assisted in taking her baby, her newborn child, and killing it in front of Trump. I think because Trump wanted to make sure that the evidence was gone. And you know what's morbid about that? The evidence that I'm referring to is a whole ass baby. The baby was the evidence. So that's why Trump was present on the boat when they murdered the baby. And yeah, exactly. People in chat are pointing this out. The even more fucked up part is that the uncle isn't related to Trump. The uncle is the uncle of the little girl that gave birth. And he did that. This is the guy that people want me to call my president. This is not my president. Okay? If you think you're innocent, go to trial, okay? Orange bitch. On to the next report. Caller was taken by boat to Epstein's island. Caller said it was complicated and involved Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. Caller became a school counselor and had a meeting with the school principal, Linda Kitts, and a police officer where the caller was informed there were pictures of herself with Epstein. Caller reported the school was mad at her for not being a Trump person and that the school wanted her to testify and say things against Andrew Cuomo. The FBI and Donald Trump were on the phone during the meeting. Caller believes the FBI has baby pictures of her with Epstein. Okay, on to the next report. Caller reported that in 1987, a friend, Victim 1, was out drinking and ended up at Trump Plaza. Victim 1 saw Donald Trump and wanted to meet him. An unknown man approached her and offered to introduce her to Trump. The unknown man gave Victim 1 a drink, and Victim 1 woke up naked. Oh, so she was drugged. She was spiked. The unknown man gave Victim 1 a drink, and Victim 1 woke up naked and sore with $300 on the bed. Victim 1 didn't remember how she got to the room. She remembered seeing a flash of Trump's face. Victim 1 called the caller and told her she thought she had been raped. Victim 1 did not go to the hospital to get a kit performed because she didn't think anyone would believe her, especially since she was drunk. Victim 1's husband's business had problems with suppliers, and Victim 1 believed Trump was behind it. Victim 1 also started dating a lawyer. Victim 1 had a fight with her lawyer boyfriend and went to a bar. Victim 1 left a bar with a man who no one in the bar recognized but who seemed familiar with Victim 1. Victim 1 was never seen again. A few years ago, her remains were discovered that matched the description of what Victim 1 was wearing when she went missing. DNA tests at the time were inconclusive. It's just so weird, bro. All of these victims that have at any point in time come across Trump or Epstein or whoever in that administration, they have a good chance of always going missing. So she was drugged and then later down the line she was just disappeared. On to the next case. In 2004 or 2005, Sir Ivan Wilzig hosted a party where Jeffrey Epstein, Sammy Sosa, and Donald Trump were in attendance. Patti LaBelle's PR agent stood at the door. At the party, caller met an individual who was approximately 18 to 23 years of age, who was brought from Oklahoma for a modeling job, but then sold to a man in France. So this was like trafficking or human trafficking. Several women were being auctioned, and a woman possibly known as Colette LNU was the madam. A couple of years later, callers saw Colette at the Cheetah Club in New York, and she told one of Santos's friends that Jamie Foxx was interested in spending a night with her and that he could pay her a lot of money. No, not Jamie Foxx. No, bro, I was just listening to your music. He's in the Epstein files, bro. Bro, I was just listening to Blame It on the alcohol, baby. Oh, shit, bro. All right, on to the next case. On to the next report. Donald Trump, the president, had parties at Mar-a-Lago called Calendar Girls. Jeffrey Epstein would bring the children in, and Trump would auction them off. Oh, he measured the children's Trump would auction them off. He measured the children's vulva and vaginas by entering a finger and rated the children on tightness. This has to be real because these are reports. Who would actually make this up? The guests were elder men and included Elon Musk, Don Jr. Trump, Ivanka Trump, and Eric Trump were there. Attorney Alan Dershowitz was also there with attorney Bob Shapiro. We were taken in rooms, forced to give oral to Donald J. Trump, forced to allow them to us. I was 13 years old when Donald J. Trump me. Oh, so that answers my question. This literally came from a victim. You can't make that up. Who would imagine that as a lie? You know, that's way too detailed. That's way too specific. It's coming from a victim. This disgusting piece of shit would stick his fingers inside of little girls in front of other people and rated them on tightness. He needs to face consequences, bro. What else can I really say? And it just sucks that, like, in this very moment as citizens, we are kind of powerless. The little power that we do have is at the voting poll. Ooh, and then here's the bomb. In this document, read the highlighted portion. Trump has been compromised by Israel, and Kushner is the real brains behind his organization and his presidency. In other words, we were right. He is literally ran by Israel. See, here's the thing. We thought it was like simple Republican shit, you know, he's just a little bias towards Israel. It's still him and his team calling the shots. No, he is straight up compromised and being controlled. I'm not saying he's like a dumb, like literally he's being controlled in the head by by robots or something. No. Trump is still a piece of shit for this. He is just completely sold out to Israel and to their interests. I don't know if it's because of money. I don't know if it's because of funding. I don't know. Trump has been compromised by Israel, and Kushner is the real brain. Who's Kushner? Jared Kushner? This guy? Dude, this is some actual Illuminati shit. Except it's not Illuminati. It's Israel. Dude, yeah, somebody said it in chat. He looks like an AI bot. Bro, is this not Detroit Become Human? This is some cyberpunk shit. Oh, dude, yeah, he's a fucking billionaire. Jared Kushner. Is he Israeli? Kushner nationality. Oh, God. There we go. Oh shit. It is a little weird. Nothing's wrong, by the way, with the grandparents being Holocaust survivors. Obviously, like, duh. Like, I'm not a Holocaust denier. I 1000% believe the Holocaust happened. I'm not trying to get on some conspiratorial shit and telling you guys to fucking hate fucking Jewish people or anything. Obviously, that's not the point. But he is tied. He's of Israeli descent. It's just too much of a coincidence with what we just read about him being compromised by Israel. This is just like so bleak. Trump is his father-in-law. Oh yeah, because I think he's married to Ivanka Trump, right? Yeah, I see he's married to Ivanka Trump. This is just crazy, bro. And you know what's crazier? They ran on No New Wars. The Republican voters were like, hell yeah, like no more money to Israel, no more money for wars. The whole party is being led and controlled by Israel. We're legit being controlled by AI bots. Jesus. Dude, we're gonna be wearing these VR headsets. They're gonna force these onto us that are basically gonna control us and make us go like, all hail Israel. All hail. This is just so bleak. I never thought I'd see America fall so low. The craziest thing that we read today, definitely the part where Trump was apparently present on a boat where they murdered the baby of the 13-year-old girl that he supposedly That is the craziest thing we read today. I mean, it was all crazy, but I think that was honestly the darkest shit ever. I mean, just to close out this video, if I do make it a video, I mean, I just want to say, yeah, even though America does look like it's in a dark place right now, and you might feel powerless, like what can you do, right? On an individual level, like what can you really do? Do not let people make you think voting is cringe, okay? I get it, it's cliche. Just get out there and vote. But for real though, that is the first step. It's a small step. Get out there, vote this midterms. And then after that, bro, they've already been talking about how they're going to impeach him. We need to impeach Donald Trump. We got to get this guy behind bars. He thinks he's untouchable. He thinks he's God right now. Vote against him in the midterms and make this motherfucker come back to reality. Make him remember that he is not above anybody else. Dude, the victims deserve justice. That would be justice for him. Anyway, that's a video. Sorry to have cursed your ears with this information, but it's important we know everything about the monster that's the president right now. So no, yeah, that's all. Peace out, YouTube. I'll see you guys in the next video.